Hi, my name is Billy Flowers, and welcome to my channel where I talk about velocity banking and how we can use this strategy to massively pay off debt. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So, like I promised in the last video, we're gonna be tackling part two of these videos, and I'm gonna be showing you how to pay off that 35,000 brand new Honda Accord. Because remember in the last video we paid off that credit card first so we can capture that cash flow. Now we're gonna use that cash flow to pay off this car. So let's get started. So as a recap, remember our four key numbers. We have our income of $7,000. Our expenses, remember, went all the way down because we paid off that $800 a month credit card. It was at $5,800. Now it's at $5,000. And remember, our debt was at $55,000, but since we paid off the credit card, now we just have the car left for $35,000. And our cash flow, our most important number, went all the way up to $2,000. And as I mentioned before, our car payment is at $596.55 with a 6.99% interest rate for a 72-month term or 6 years. And of course, we have our debt tool, the line of credit for $15,000 at 15% with a $600 a month payment. Now I've broken down the interest and the principal in the first 5 months of this car for the amortized schedule. And in the first month, you're going to be paying $288 in interest alone of your $596 monthly payment. And like when I do these car loans, when you're figuring out, well, man, I got this pretty decent interest rate of 6.99, but then when you look at your amortized schedule and seeing how much that you're paying in interest, especially at the beginning of these loans, you're paying way more than what they advertise, what the bank tells you, or even the car dealer. You might be thinking that you're getting a good rate, but you know what? Go on Google. Let's just go on Google. Break out your phone or go on a PC. You're going to type in $203.88 is what percent of 596.55. Make sure I put even the cents down. I ain't leaving no room for Let's see what Google says. 34 point, I'm gonna round up, 18%. 34.18%. You hear that? That's what the percent. This is 34% of that. And you can kind of see it, right? Because that looks about right, 34%, right? Isn't that crazy? But they're telling you 6.99%, but you're gonna be in the 30s for the first several months, easy. So then $392 of that is going to go towards the principal, and then in month two, $201.59 is getting charged in interest. $394.96 is going towards the principal. Month three, $199.29. $397.26 is going towards the principal. Month four, $196.97 in interest, $399.54 going towards the principal. And in month five, $194.65 is going towards the interest, and $401.90 is going towards the principal. Now, as you can see right here, look how much interest that you're paying. We're talking about this is 400. This is another. We're like at 600. So we're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8. That's $1,000 right there in 5 months. You paying an interest already. Isn't that crazy? But us velocity bankers, what we gonna do? We're gonna we're gonna chunk at this car, and what that's immediately gonna do, that's gonna drive the interest that we're paying over here down. It's gonna drive the interest that we're paying on the actual line of credit down, and it's gonna put more money towards the principal of the car so we can pay it off faster, and it's gonna push the amortized schedule way ahead in years. So let's see how it's done. So we're gonna take in month one, we're gonna take $10,000 from our $15,000 line of credit, and we're going to put it towards the principal of the car. Now remember, in the first scenario, it took us 13 months to pay off the $20,000 credit card. So during that time, we were also making our monthly payments to this car, correct? So I just figured I'm just going to go off the top number, the lowest one. I took 13 months of this, and it's going to take us down to around 29,007, 29,7 on the car, right? That we owe, because that was going towards the principal for 13 months. And that put us around um, December of 2026, right? December of 2026. And our first chunk, as soon as we put $10,000 on the car, it's going to drive it, the balance, the principal, all the way down to around 19.8, right? That's going to push the amortized schedule all the way out until October of 2028. And now look at the interest that's going to get charged every month. $118.50. And now look how much is going towards the principal. This is just the first month. Of course, these numbers, this is going to go down every month, and this is going to go up every month. But this is just the first month. $478.40 now of your monthly payment is going towards the principal. So not only did we attack it on the back end with that 10K, now we're also attacking it with more money towards the principal on the front end. So now that we have this $10,000 that paid our car down, what are we going to do? We're just going to do velocity banking like we always do. We're going to put all of our income in. And remember, when we're putting all of our income in, this monthly payment on the line of credit just no longer exists. You just can pretend that you're not even going to have a monthly payment. Now you're just going to have to worry about the interest, because if I'm dumping $7,000 into the line of income every month, this $600 monthly payment, they're going to look at you like, hey, you putting 7,000 in, so this 600, we ain't even worried about that. Only thing we worried about is the interest that's going to get charged on the line now. So that's exactly what's going to happen. 7,000 goes in, lowering the balance down to $3,000. Our expenses of $5,000, which still includes our car payment and all the rest of our bills that we still have to pay every month. It's going to raise the balance up to $8,000. $125 in interest is going to get charged, of course, like I always do, off of the high balance at the beginning of the month, raising the balance up to $8,125 at the end of month one. Month two, same exact thing. Income going in, expenses coming out. $6,125 is the balance. $101.56 is the interest. Balance $6,226.56 at the end of month two. Now we already got to do. What time is it? We already got to do it. It's flip time, right? Because this is lower than what we've been putting in. So I'm just going to flip the numbers on the board just to make it a little easier to see. So we can get this line down to 0. You're still going to pay your bills like you've always done, but just on the board, so we have less math to see, less mistakes. I'm just going to have the expenses come out first, $5,000, raising the balance up to $11,226.56. Then our income of $7,000 is going in, lowering the balance down to $4,226.56. $77.83 is the interest. $4,304.39 is the balance at the end of month 3. Month 4, we have our expenses coming out first. Our income of $7,000 going in. $2,304.39 is the balance. And we have $53.81 in interest. Balance $2,358.20 at the end of month 4. Month 5, we have our expenses coming out. Our income going in. $29.48 is the interest. $387.68 is the balance at the end of month 5. Month 6, we have our expenses coming out. The balance is going to be $5,387.68. We're going to put that exact amount in because our income is $7,000. Zeroing this line out in 6 months. So 6 months, $10,000 is gone. We cleared off this line, and now our line is at 0, waiting for other people's money to get used again. So what do you think we're going to do again? Second chunk. Remember this, we had 6 months of payments, monthly payments that we're making. So that's going to put us around the 3,000 amount, right? So then we're going to take another $10,000, right? And that's going to put us out to October of 2030. And then that's going to lower the balance of the principal of the car all the way down to $7,447.90. Look at that interest that we're getting charged now. See, this is the way these car loans should be. But if they were like this, banks wouldn't make no money. So they like it like this over here. This is where they're making all their money. They don't want it like this because this is working in our favor. Look at that interest, $46.59. Now you got $549.96 going towards the principal. This is just the first month, like I always do. First month, monthly payment. That's how much of your monthly payment, how much of your monthly payment is going towards the principal down. Of the $596, $549 is going towards the principal. That's what we want. So with the second $10,000 chunk, I'm not going to go through these numbers all over again. We're just going to do the same exact thing. And it's going to take us another 6 months to pay the second chunk off. So that's 12 months now. So by the time we pay another 6 months, it's going to leave us with around with a balance on our car of around $4,600. So this is when it gets good. So up here, I just put these numbers right here. So we're going to be at around April or March of 2031. And this is where we'll be. And this will be our interest. And this will be our principal right here. But, and this is a big but, if I paid this car off right here, what's going to happen? If I paid this $4,600 that we have left, because remember, we have a line for $15,000. If I paid this remaining balance off, what's going to happen? Are we going to, is this car paid off? So are we still going to have this monthly payment right here? Or is that monthly payment gone? In my brain, it's gone, right? So now, instead of this monthly payment working against us, we're going to use this monthly payment now to help us pay off this 4,600 that we got left. So what's that going to do now, since this is no longer a bill, right? It's no longer a bill. Our expenses of $5,000 is going to go down $596.55. So what is that going to be? What is our new expenses? Minus 596.55. Now our expenses. Let me write this down so you can see it. All I'm doing is math here, folks. That's all it is. $4,403.45. And then what else is gonna happen? What's this CF? Oh, we're gonna get that cash flow. That's what this CF stands for right here. Cash flow. Now our cash flow is going from $200 plus our monthly payment for that car. So now our cash flow is going up to $2,596. Whew. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, right? And now this new cash flow, we're gonna use that and our new expenses. We're gonna use these numbers to our advantage to pay off this little 4,600 we got left. So let's just go ahead and tackle it off. So immediately, since we're only using 4,600, we're already gonna have to do the flip. So we're just gonna have our new expenses come out, right? $4,403.45. It's going to raise the balance up to $9,003.45. Then we're going to have our income of $7,000 going into this line, lowering the balance all the way down to $2,003.45. $57.50 is the interest. And it's going to raise the balance up to $2,060.95 at the end of month one. Month two, $4,403.45 is expenses is coming out of the line. $6,464.40 is the balance that it gets raised to. You see that right there? Whew, since you already know that's lower, so let me put this on the board too. This is month two. End of month two. We're done already. 2 months. We're done. And we got money left. That's it. So, took us 2 chunks of this $10,000, which was 12 months, plus another 2 months. So the credit card, 13 months. The total, 2 chunks of this, 6 months apiece, plus these 2 months, 14 months. Add those two together, 27 months. You paid off a total of $55,000 in debt. So you paid off a $20,000 credit card and a $35,000, a brand new 2025 Honda Accord, $35,000. Whew. I mean, this is just amazing. Oh, man. And we're going to go to school for a minute. Remember the interest that we got charged on the credit card for over here is $856.47. That was for the credit card, the car on the line of credit. Since we did this twice, you got charged $387.68 times two, plus this right here, $50, $57.50 for a total of $1,832.86 for a grand total of $1,659.33. Now, if you've seen a lot of my videos where I do a line of credit for $10,000 at 15%, if you only paid the minimum monthly payment for a year, for the first year, that would total $1,500 in interest that you get charged. Look how much interest that we paid total. We're talking about the credit card and the cars. Look how much we paid total in interest in 27 months. You see that? Isn't that amazing? Look at all that interest that we save. Look at all that money that's in our pocket now. Isn't that crazy? I mean, the interest that we would be paying on on this loan just for the regular the regular if we just paid the car like it's supposed to be, like everybody does, is pays the monthly payment. You know how much interest that you'll be paying for the life of this loan? Now, let me go ahead and write this down for you. For the entire 6 years, I'll put this right here so you can see it. We'll be paying $7,151.40. That's how much you will be paying in interest if you just stuck with the regular monthly payment schedule. Almost $8,000. That's what you pay total. That's what the credit card. That's paying off 55,000. This is just a $35,000 car loan at 6.99%. I mean, I don't know what else I could do here. This is just simple. This is just math, addition and subtraction. You throw some, percents in here, stuff that we learned in elementary school. And this is all I did. And I looked at the amortized schedule and took off $10,000 every time I did a chunk, and you know, uh, added the months up that were in between. Just went down to amortized. That's all I did. Addition and subtraction, and we ended up paying $55,000 off in 27 months. Now, I don't know what else to do to convince any of you. I mean, that's fine if you don't believe none of this. Nobody's forcing you. That's fine. But I'm just showing you that there's another way out there if you're feeling stuck. If you're feeling like you're just getting weighed down by all your debt, there is a way out here. This is one way. There's other ways out there. If you don't feel comfortable with this, then try something else and just stick with it. But just try something, because what you're doing now, if it's not working and you're expecting a different result, then it's not going to work. You're going to have to try something different. Try something out of the ordinary. This is outside the box. I know a lot of people are probably they're not gonna try this. They're not gonna understand it, but that's okay. This is for the people who are really serious of of paying off their debt, and they're thinking outside the box, because when you're doing things like what everybody else is doing, then sometimes that don't work. If you want to get ahead in life, you gotta do stuff a little bit different. You gotta do stuff that other people aren't doing if you want different results. And that's all this is. This velocity banking. This is just another debt reduction strategy out there that you can try. It works. but you just have to believe in it. And all I'm asking is for you to try it. Before saying it's a scam, have you tried it? Have you tried it before you say it's a scam? Because I guarantee you, if you tried it and you see it work, you won't call it a scam, because I'm telling you, this works. So with that said, I appreciate all of you for sticking with me for both of these videos. And this is how you pay off a $20,000 credit card and a brand new 2025 $35,000 Honda Accord. So I just want to thank you for watching. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And like I always say, get that cash flow.